I was cool before it was cool. Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Massive Damage, and again, Tales from the Vault. Who could have imagined? I have a lot of stuff, as you can see behind me, in storage, and if I bought something, I'd share it as well. And today I want to share something that has been in the making for a while. I got it a while back, but it's still the same year that it released in, I guess. And this is the Toy-Polloi annual from 2024. Yeah. So a while back, I've always been a fan of Toy-Polloi for a long time, and we managed to get Dave on the podcast and discuss stuff about his channel and the things he does, and it was really fun. And I want to help out Toy-Polloi wherever I can, so I also got his second annual. The other one is somewhere in storage or behind me, but I'll dig it up one day. But it's the second annual. First one's really cool as well, and I really love these little Fusion Retro books with the Kickstarter. There's some other stuff on the back, some adverts, but yeah, this is going to be about Toy-Polloi's annual, and it's just a great little book. I just want to share this with you. I think it's still for sale. If you are into toy collecting, toy repairs, this is really fun. If you're a fan of Toy-Polloi, it's definitely something you should get and help support him. But it's so much fun to look at. And he says, annuals have been a part of my life as long as I can remember, so he likes making them. And I mean, this is the same format as some of the comic annuals went, like with the hardcover, and there was all cool stuff in here, and Dave just goes on about how that worked for him. Like the Ladybird books, for example. I'm not going to show everything, but yeah, can you collect them all? Like this Imperial Army, which is great, and probably the reason why I can't find many stormtroopers around the UK. But no, I know him. He's a gentleman. He knows how to handle himself well. So you got like a Masters of the Universe Ram Man and me, and he actually made me buy a Ram Man because of the way he repaired one and how he upgraded one to shoot into the atmosphere. And I got one, and it was so much fun to play with my son. He's 3 years old, and it was so much fun. But, you know, Toy-Polloi, he has repair guides, like, you know, some people might frown upon it, like some diehard collectors or whatever, but it is stuff that you, as a random person, can do to enjoy your toys more. Like, the toys that you're getting, like if you buy some beaters, as they call it, and they're already broken or destroyed, there's not much, you know, value in them anyways. And if you can add value to them by making them more playable, more presentable, or whatever, in whatever way possible, I think you should be able to do that. But he also shows how you can scratch build stuff, like the Terrahawks, which is something I've never seen, but it looks so terrible. But he has a fondness of it, and yeah, not my cup of tea, as they say. But Mask, oh boy. You can watch the Behind the Mask series, I think, that I did ages ago in my old apartment, but I got a really nice haul of Mask stuff in box that I reviewed, and it's such a cool toy line. I wish they had more. I mean, the Switchblade, I want that helicopter / jet. I had it, and we just broke it as little kids. We had so much Mask, we got it from our neighbors. They just gave it to us, like G.I. Joe, Mask, all that kind of stuff. We had Boulder Hill, and I just fell on it one day, and it broke, and we lost stuff, and it crashed. And I mean, dumb kids being dumb kids, really. But so much fun. And there's also this He-Man sword that he's sharing. I had a similar one, and if I can find a picture, I'll share it, of me being a little kid. I had a similar one, and I just went with it everywhere. I wanted to be He-Man, and like my shirts were all teared up because I kept the sword in the back of my shirt, going to entertainment parks, going wherever, shopping with that sword on my back, because yeah, I was He-Man. And then toys in Japan, I mean, I've been there, but man, those stores are great. Akihabara, yeah, so much cool stuff. Gundams, Gunpla. I have boxes full of them that I haven't built yet because I have a 3-year-old that I mean, I have Lego sets that get lost. Imagine stuff from Gundam sets getting lost. Like I have like master grade Sinanjus. I have a master grade I have so much stuff, really cool stuff that I got from my trips to China and to Japan, and some friends of mine in China and Japan sent over some exclusive Gunpla boxes. I mean, I'll share those someday, sometime. Maybe I'll even do a build video, but we're probably gonna need a bit of a bleeper because I'm it's so frustrating that I like it. That's the whole thing with my hobbies is I tend to push the bar like way up high, even above the screen, and then I get frustrated. But I also enjoy the problem solving puzzle aspect of it. Making Gunpla is one of those things, like especially the huge ones with the details. Like there were like half a millimeter rivets that I had to glue on, and because I had the metal upgrade parts, of course, and it was such a tedious work. But when it was done, I put it put it on a shelf and never looked at it again. No, I'm sorry, I just don't have the display capacity right now because we're still building this little studio slash game room slash whatever office. Uh, but yeah, expect some Gunpla stuff in the near future. Just going through it, I'm just marveling at, haha, of course, Ghostbusters. Yeah, I can't not show the real Ghostbusters being the real Dutch Ghostbusters founder of the fan club of the cartoon, which cool stuff is going to happen shortly, lately, maybe sometime. I can't say much about it right now, but stuff is happening that I'm involved with regarding the old cartoon, especially for us Dutch people, because I'm from the Netherlands, Dutch speaking people. Yeah, it's going to be great, great stuff. Maybe, but most likely, yeah. And then we got some other cool things like Action Jack V, which I always thought was. For some reason, I always confused V with Alien Nation. I don't know why, but they're all alien stuff. I didn't know they had toys for that. And Action Girl, oh, that's cool. Patches making a nerd fest. That's right. I still need to make one myself, but Wabi Sabi. Yeah, I agree. Wabi Sabi is basically a Japanese philosophy that he adheres to, and I've been a great fan of it before I actually watched Toy-Polloi. Of course, because I was cool before it was cool. No, but Wabi Sabi, I think, basically means that celebrate your imperfections. Whatever you make, you will not make it as perfect as a factory would, or when I'm prop making, I always joke that my stuff gets weathered just by me making it, and stuff gets dinged and stuff gets scratched, and people commented, "Oh, you are such a great weatherer. So if you want to make something look banged up and old, we will look to you to make it happen." And you can do it so fast, and me just me being impatient, not waiting till the paint is dry, me not getting the right tools for the job out of storage because I can't be bothered, and doing it in a very badly lit, very cluttered desk. Everything contributes to the fact that stuff I make most likely is going to be banged up, imperfect, or whatever. Wabi Sabi is a bit of a mentality saying that, okay, the imperfections, the things that are broken, can be repaired, not to its perfect complexity as it was before, but we celebrate those imperfections because we put love and or value into that object. So Wabi Sabi is like, for example, and I think correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it is this way. Like if a ceramic pot breaks and you use gold to weld these things together, that's a certain technique that they use in Japan, like in the olden days. And then the value of the object is more, but it's still broken and imperfect. Wabi Sabi is also used for temples and all that kind of stuff. That it's celebrating the history of the thing, celebrating the fact that each and every scratch, dent, and whatever is part of its identity, and also a bit like celebrating your hand in whatever is happening. So I think it was Bill Duran from Punish Props that said, "Oh well, it's not screen used or screen accurate. No, it's Bill Duran accurate," and that's something that really resonated with me in prop making as well. Is that I am making this to the best of my capabilities. I am no Adam Savage, although he is my spirit animal, as I always joke. I mean, the stuff that he makes and the detail and everything. And I mean, he messes up as well, and I really like his transparency on that as well. But it's never going to be perfect, perfect, perfect. So it's also a matter of, don't raise the bar too high and don't make assumptions that it should be at a certain level, which you can never attain. And basically, everything you do that modifies whatever you're working on, like your maker's mark, so to say, is a signature that you leave behind on that product, on that thing, on that prop, on that drawing, or whatever thing creative you did. But celebrate it, that is yours, and nobody else could replicate it. And it is something that you put effort into, maybe some love, maybe some frustration, maybe some blood, sweat, and tears, but it's yours, and you have added to that and to the history of that. And that's, I think, is what Wabi Sabi is, and that's what Toy-Polloi is all about. Like, take a broken toy, make it your own, make it work or presentable again, so you can enjoy it as a toy again, and that's the basic of it. So rambling being ramblings, yeah. So these things like Indiana Jones, just, you know, cool stuff. The retro release for the Sala toy I bought because I met John Rhys Davies at a Comic-Con a while back. There's a picture of me with him, and of course, you know, he plays Gimli, and I have his axe, or at least he has my axe now. It was a really dumb pun, and I thought I'd just bring it. I bought it specifically for this gig, but yeah, he has my axe. So there you have it, the Toy-Polloi annual. And if you really like it, subscribe to Toy-Polloi. I'll put a link in the description. Thanks so much for watching. This has been Vince from Massive Damage and another Tales from the Vault. I hope you enjoyed it, and again, keep on dealing massive damage.